Have you guys gotten a chance to play with the new Edge of Eternities cards yet? There's some pretty cool stuff in there. Yeah, actually, that's why I'm playing this deck. There's some really great new creatures for this all-creature deck. And not just like rares and commander cards. There's like some commons and uncommons from the main set that are just really good fits for this. Alright, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to dredge 6 instead of drawing to put the Golgari Grave Troll back in my hand. So I will mill 6 cards, and that'll put my Micro Tyrant count for 6 permanents descended this turn. Then I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice both of my Fungus tokens to my Umbral Caller Zealot to Surveil 2, and that'll bring my Micro Tyrant's power down to 1 and Alinda's counters up to 3. And then I'll go ahead and Surveil, I'll put that in the graveyard, and I'll Surveil again, and I'll put that into the graveyard. And that brings my Descent count up to 8. And then I would like to pay 2 mana to warp in a new card, an Exalted Sunborn, that says whenever I would create a token, I create twice that many tokens. And then I'd actually like to warp in another new card called the Perigee Beckoner. So when it enters, a target creature gets +2, and when this creature dies, return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. I'm going to target Alinda. So in response to you targeting Alinda with that, I'd like to pay 3 and generous gift the Exalted Sunborn. Okay, in response to that, I will pay 2 mana to play the adventure side of Blessed Hippogriff, which is Tyr's Blessing, to give a target creature indestructible until end of turn. Yep, okay. And then this Blessed Hippogriff goes on an adventure. So now what I would like to do is sacrifice my Alinda to my Umbral Caller Zealot, and it has 6 power thanks to the Perigee Beckoner. So when I sacrifice it, I'll Surveil 1, but I'll create what would be 6 Vampire Knights, and instead it's going to be 12. And then Alinda comes back to the battlefield tapped under my control, and then my Descent count because of the Surveil goes up to 10. Now, that's pretty cool and all, but you don't have any Blood Urge effects or anything, so I think I might be missing how you win here. Unfortunately, you're right. I haven't hit the thing that I've been trying to mill this whole time. So I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice my Perigee Beckoner to my Umbral Caller Zealot to Surveil 1 more time, which will put a counter onto Alinda, and will bring my Descent up to 12. And there it is, the Scourge of the Skyclave. So now that that is in my graveyard, I'll go ahead and move to my end step, and I will create 12 Fungus tokens, except with my Exalted Sunborn, I'm going to create 24 of them instead, and then my Exalted Sunborn is going to warp away and basically go on an adventure, and I can cast it from exile on a later turn. So I know that's a combo piece with your commander, so it feels like we kind of need to handle everything you're doing now or we just die. Well, lucky or unlucky, I do have a board wipe, so I'm going to go ahead and pay 5 mana on my turn to play Starfall Invocation. I will gift a card to you. I'll return my commander to the battlefield, and everything else will be destroyed. Okay, I can't do anything to stop that, but I do have a bunch of responses. I'm going to sacrifice all 36 of my tokens to my Umbral Caller Zealot, which will put 36 counters onto Alinda, so when she dies, I'll create 38 more Vampire tokens, and then everything will die, and I will get to Surveil 36 times. I mean, that is what I asked.